Hello, this is Grant's Trains, Tech, and Cars, back with another episode. And I know I haven't made an episode in a while, sorry about that. But I got this stuff while I was on vacation for just $25. It's late 90s, early 2000s Thomas Wooden Railway destination items. So I thought in today's video, we could take a look through these and let me show you around what I got on vacation for just $25. Now, if you could like and subscribe, that would be great. Let's get started. Now, looking down into the box of goodies, I think I will pull out this stuff. Let's take a closer look at it. Okay, so what I've got here is two of the Muffle Mountain Hills, both ends. Now, this came in the Muffle Mountain set from the late 90s to coincide with the release of the Thomas and the Magic Railroad movie. Now, this was in a smaller set with these hills representing Muffle Mountain and another special golden piece of track. Now, this track I've seen going for quite a bit, and some people making their own and selling them, so you have to be careful when you try and buy one of those separate. Now, at this sale, I did find the golden track, but I put it back in the box because I didn't think I would be able to find the hill pieces that went with it. But lo and behold, I found the hill pieces, and when I went back, some kid had put the golden track in his own box. So I just let it be, because if him getting those pieces of Thomas Wooden Railway gets him into trains, it's totally fine with me. So, taking a look at these hills, some of you might notice a problem. This end is supposed to have the knob that goes in here, but this one does. So this is basically two identical pieces, except this one's missing the knob, so they can't actually go together. This one's supposed to have the receiving end for the knob. So I can't really use these in any way, but it's nice that I have these pieces. So, without further ado, let's move on to the next pieces. Looking back into the box of goodies, I think I'm going to choose a smaller item. Let's choose this. Let's take a closer look, shall we? So, this is a smaller item. This is the yellow water tower. It's from the early 2000s, I believe. Let's see if we can... Oh, yep. If it'll focus. It says 2003, even though you might not be able to see it. So, this water tower is meant to connect to a piece of track or something. You see, it has magnets here. But I couldn't find the track, or I just didn't look hard enough, so it's fine. I can just sit it next to my existing track. So, when this thing was new, you would push down this, and the water in here would actually move. Now that this is over 10 years old, the water has evaporated, and there's not much left in it. But it still looks pretty cool. It has nice detail around to the bottom that you just don't see with today's wooden Thomas toys. Now, let's move on to the next item. Looking back down at the box of goodies, I think we'll grab something even smaller. Let's look at this. Okay, now we'll take a look at this fairly small item, which is, I guess it's called a track adapter. What it does is, you can either have two receiving ends, two non-receiving ends, or just have it like a normal piece of track. This is a neat idea, which I'm pretty sure is from the Mattel era, but there's no date on it, so I can't verify that. But if it is from the Mattel era, I'm pretty sure it probably says 2013 somewhere on it. Now, isn't much to talk about here. It is double-sided, unfortunately. No roadway on the other end. But, let's move on to the next item, shall we? Back to the box of goodies. I think we can all agree that what I've pulled out of this box already has already equaled over $25 on what you can find on eBay. But let's continue on, and I think I'll go with this item. Let's take a closer look. This item is an older item from the late 90s, again, when they were doing the removable roof thing. I can't actually find a date on this, but I'm pretty definite of their age. Also, I have a quick question. Can I tell if it's authentic or not? Because it doesn't have anything in here on the tracks. They're just smooth. Now, I know the earlier tracks were smooth, but I'm not sure. So, if anyone could enlighten me on that, that would be great. So, taking a closer look at it, we'll start at the front. It's got some nice detail here, and then the spot for you to put your engine. On the side, it's got great detail with the blue windows, and then the brick patterns, and the shrubbery. On the back, you just got a big window. And on the other side, it's just about the same thing as the other side. So, I think this is a pretty good item. It adds to my collection. And let's take a good look at the next item. I think next we'll go with a big item. So, this item is in 3 pieces. There's this. This. And if I can get it out, excuse me a second, this. So, let's all take a closer look at these items. Okay, let's get this item all set up, shall we? So, I think this goes here. Yeah. And then this goes in front of it. There. Okay. So, let me just readjust the camera. This is a fairly big destination. And I am missing some of the pieces, and it's not in the best shape. Like, I think one of the stickers on this side is a little torn off, but this is also, again, from the 90s. It's the sawmill. I'm missing the log car, the wood, and then there's a double piece of track that would go down here. But other than that, I have the whole destination. Now, what would happen is you'd have the log car with the wood, which magnetized together, and you'd bring it up here, flip it up, the car would stay here, and then the logs would roll down into here, and you'd push it like this, and it would cut it and put it into another car down there, all split in half. So this is a neat but very heavy destination, and on eBay I saw one of these going for over $100. And I got the whole box for $25. Which is great. I'll keep this in my collection for a long time, and other than a couple stickers missing, like there's minimal chipping, you can see here on the roof. It's a very good item. Let's move on to the next item. Reaching down into the now pretty empty box, I think I'm going to get a item that goes with the last item. And I don't think I actually said what the name of the last item was. It's just called the sawmill, I'm pretty sure. So let's grab the next item, which is this. Let's take a closer look at it, shall we? Okay, taking a look at the next item. It's a fairly tall but not very long item. And it would come with some of these logs, and what you would do, turn it around here, you would insert a log into the back, and then you'd bring along your log car, you would dump it out into the car. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the log car, but it's a nice destination. It's the Sodor Wood Company. I think it's called the Wood or Log Dumper. It's very nice, with a lot of detail. Yeah, this is again an early 2000s item. Because it has lots of detail, you can just tell that it's a very nice item. Now, let's move on to the next item, shall we? The box of goodies is starting to get kind of empty now. But let's keep going. I think I'll go with this item. Looks like a nice item. Let's take a closer look. Okay, taking a look at this fine item. This is the Sodor Coal Company coal hopper. Now, this is a very nice, smaller item that you could pull your engine up under here, and when they needed coal, you would crank it, and the top would rumble and make noise like coal is actually going down into the engine. Now, this part here is a little belt, and it's supposed to move, and it kind of does, but it's a little broken. But it doesn't bother me because, again, this could probably be going for at least $15 anywhere else. And I got the whole thing for $25. A great deal. So, I'm not complaining. This is a very nice item. It's of the non-clickety-clack track era. It's the just regular track. It's got nice raised lettering saying Soder Coal Company on just one side because the crank is on the other. So yeah, this is a very nice item, and I'll try and show you that the coal rumbles when you crank it, and that this belt tries to move, but doesn't. Again, a very nice item that you probably wouldn't see too much of from Mattel nowadays. Let's move on to the next item, shall we? Moving on to the second to last item, I think we'll grab this big one here. Looks nice. Let's take a closer look. This is another very nice item from the late 90s and early 2000s. Again, the roofs come off, like always, so if you needed to, you could grab your engines down in here and move them out. Putting the roof back on, you can see they have some nice detail on them. And again, nice detail on the side, like the single engine shed we looked at earlier. Got nice detail up here with the doors. Double track in there. I think this would come with a V-switch to accommodate the 2 tracks and the doors to go down to 1. But I didn't get that, so I had to figure that out myself. The back has doors on it again, and it's pretty much just all symmetrical. Like the sides are the same and the fronts are the same. So it's a very nice item. Let's move on to the last item. Let's have a look. Okay, I just decided to pull this last one out of the box for you. It's a late 90s Sir Topham Hatt 3D model. Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with the 2D wood model, but this is what came before it. It's pretty much all plastic except for his head, which is wood. It's very nicely detailed. His legs move, so he can be in kind of a sitting position, although he doesn't stay. And his arms move up and down. His head does not move, and you can see if I bring him in, he's got pretty good detail printed on him. The screw in the back, and it says Ghislaine Thomas in the back. So, this is a very nice item, if the camera will focus. There. This is a very nice item in the last item. Well guys, that's the end of this video. I tried to get a shot of all the stuff I included in this video, and I think I did a pretty good job. So that's the end of this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff if you'd like to see more. I have a couple video ideas coming up, but just not a lot of time to do them. So stay tuned. There could be a couple more videos coming up, maybe like this. Or one could include a car. So that's cool. Well, this is the end of the video, so all I have left to say is bye!